growth. Testing 1 2 1 2 1 2. Hello everyone. I'm having problems with my audio as well. So I hope y'all can hear me now. Is there any sound? Thanks, Mark. Can't hear it through the headset. The aquarium that you're seeing behind me is my 10-gallon goldfish with some female guppies. Hi, Mark. Hi, Nisi. Great. Thanks. Hi, Racing. Welcome, everyone, to the live stream tonight. Hey, Racing. What's up, fishy folks? I like that. I really enjoyed your live stream the other day, Racing. Welcome, Chip. I can't say all of that. Chippewa Valley Aquatics. Okay. Did I get it close? Chippewa Valley Aquatics. Chippewa. Where is that at? Chippewa Valley. Yes, I'm using OBS. I'll be changing it, and when I share a couple links from the internet. Right now, let's see. Probably saved it. Let's talk fishy. Freshwater invertebrates. Talky fishy. Talkfishy.com. Must have removed it. Windows capture. Yes. Of course, I'm going to have to enlarge that later, so. But I hope that you all have had a good day. No sound, Mike? I'm talking now. Can you hear me, Mike? You love the tanks and the videos. And I finally made it to a live stream. Yes, Racing, thank you. Welcome. I try to live stream on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And if any of the big guys, you know, with the big subs, over 10,000 and 40,000, if they chime in, hey Jim, how are you doing? Sashimi Whiskey's in the house. A screen within a screen. Subception. Yes. I gotta click back over to this one. How about that? Is that better? I'm gonna have to pop out my chat box. Hopefully this can be confusing. Subception. I hope y'all doing good tonight. I put the topic for invertebrates, so I thought we'd have a little chit chat about shrimp and crayfish and snails and any other invertebrates that y'all can come up with, and why we get them, maybe what fish that they are compatible with and not compatible with, why you would use certain substrates, water conditions, how to feed invertebrates, and then if you're interested in how to breed them, let's talk about that. I'm not an expert on any of it, so I just like to bring up subjects so that we can talk about it. The one I have on the screen now is from Talk Fishy, and once we get started, this is 5 freshwater invertebrates for the aquarium, and don't know why goldfish is up there, but we have snails, and we have crawfish and shrimp and lobsters and even clams, freshwater clams. Never thought about having a clam in there before. What do y'all think? I don't know if y'all can read any of that or not. Especially if you're on a small screen. That's probably better. Yeah, this is talkfishy.com. And it says, when you first start out in the freshwater hobby, you may not realize that your selection of tank inhabitants can include freshwater invertebrates and don't need to only be limited to fish. When I got started again, I had never heard of invertebrates in the aquarium, and I was quite shocked. It says invertebrates are like snails, shrimp, crayfish, and crabs, and they're scavengers that can help you rid your tank of build-up fish food and other waste products, thus making your tank a healthier environment for your fish. If you're looking for a simple way to keep your tank clean, consider adding a freshwater invertebrate to your tank. Of course, we also want to let you know that it does not do away with regular water changes and gravel vacs and filter media changes and things like that. Hey, Short. I'm going to try and get a live stream going. Yes, Mark. Chris and I are going to invite you into Google's Hangout one night. Have to try and load the program. Got busy today, so maybe later. Yes, Mark, we'll look forward to that. We'll maybe work on that maybe at the end of the week or maybe the first of next week. Is Chaz here too? Hey, Chaz, nice to see you. David's fish tanks are here. Hi, David. Autos and snails, which are better? Depends on what you're using them for. Autos are good for freshwater, small tanks, and even in large schools can be used in other tanks that don't have any aggressive plecos and things like that. But snails have their purpose in the ecosystem as well. So you can actually have both in the same tank, Chaz. Hey, V-Stag, welcome. Anybody else have any more questions before we start talking about this? Or you want to wait for a few more people to chime in? Got a good crowd here tonight. I'm really pleased. I know Chris may chime in later on. He streamed last night. If anybody saw Chris Guston's stream last night, and I believe Bob at Steenfot Aquatics and Sergeant's Tanks was streaming live last night. Oh, and I don't know who else was streaming live, but I tried to hit them all. The later it got, the harder it was for me to participate. DPK here. Hey, DPK, how you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope you all have had a good day. I hope you like my layout. I got my logo. I've got Aquarium Co-op's logo. I've got Steamfot Aquatics. I've got Sashimi Whiskey. And I have Chris Guston's channel. And hope everything is playing. My little video of my goldfish up there cleaning the bottom of the substrate right now. That's my marble sword. That's my that's my guppy grass. That's some of my pregnant female guppies. They're pregnant by different young males. So they're going to be an assorted batch. Mark says, I have one tank with so many ram's horn snails, it looks like the gravel is alive. Yes, Mark. I have one of those tanks myself, and I believe it's a mixture of ram's horn snails and bladder snails that I brought into my tanks over a year and a half ago when I started introducing live plants. Chaz asks, racing, is your car fixed? Are you starting to look like Corey's stream with all the logos? I just want to support those that have helped me get started and that actually got me interested. Doesn't mean that I'm getting any benefits from it. I'm just sharing so that y'all can check out their channels as well if you haven't subscribed to them already. Thanks, V-Stag. Abby here. Hey, Abby, the Red Wolf. Nice profile pic on Nisi. Rob Hicks, welcome. Hi there, Susan, and all you tankers. Good to have you with us tonight. David's Fish Tank. Snails are good for your tank. Yes, they are. They're very a natural part of the whole natural system that you're trying to create in your tanks. They can get out of hand sometimes. Sometimes we have to help them. I was told that if you add aquarium salt or raise the salt level in your tank, that stimulates them to breed, even in freshwater tanks. So sometimes when I add salt water aquarium salt to my tanks for medication purposes, I get a big bloom. Hey, Big J, welcome, welcome, welcome. I just watched your video of your road trip to Mobile. I enjoyed it. Racing says, every time I see hi Rob, I think it's me. I'm Rob too. Sup, Mr. Hicks. Cool. Hi Rob, hi Rob. Shishimi says, my channel is boring, Susan. It's been dead for 4 weeks, but thanks for putting my logo up there. I'm very appreciative of it. I know, Shishimi, Jim, you are very, very busy, and as things pick up, I know you're going to have some lull moments. Big J says, a long day in Mobile. Yes. And according to that bridge going from Pensacola over to Mobile, Alabama, that is a long bridge, and I probably will never be on it. Chaz says, how many hours do you guys spend on average with your fish? I spend about 2 hours feeding, cleaning, and rearranging tanks every day. Well, it does depend, Chaz, on how many tanks you have. If you have one tank, you can probably spend a good hour on one tank, but if you have multiple tanks, yes, you probably can spend 2 to 4 hours, if not longer. You might want to break up your maintenance schedule and do a little bit each day, and then by the end of the week you're back to the first tank all over again. Hey, Short. Short says, okay, Susan, I found all kinds of guppy people for you to get a chance to talk with and swap info with. They hopefully will be joining from Guppy and Live Bear Facebook groups. Always fun groups. Girl, I really appreciate you. You're quite a promoter there, and I think that is wonderful. I've been a member of different guppy groups on Facebook at different times, and some of it got a little boring, I guess going in a different direction and a different vision than what I wanted to participate in. But I appreciate that. Thank you, Short. Shishimi says, at Rob Hicks Aquariums, Corey keeps me busy editing his videos and don't have time for mine. Yes, Jim, that's going to be part of your maintenance program there. But I know you're thankful for the work. Big J says, later, y'all, eating. Going for now. All right, Big J. Thanks for dropping in. We'll catch you next time. Hey, DPK and V-Stag. DPK says, I spend 2 hours with my 6 tanks. Peace out, Big J. Nisi says, bye, Big J. V-Stag says, hi to Short. DPK says, see you, Big J. Shishimi says, I cleared out 2 tanks and put guppies in there. Okay, Jim, you know, you're really hitting on my favorite list there. I found a guppy breeder 3 miles from me. That is awesome. And you're in Ohio, right? Abby says, for me, it's 1 to 2 hours because my fish like swimming, throw up my fingers. I guess I read that wrong. DBK, cool Shishimi. Rob says, I wish I could find a nice guppy to breed. Okay, Rob Hicks, what kind do you like? I've got 3 strains going and a 4th strain that popped up that I didn't try to breed, but I can switch my video out to show you my snake skins. Let me change that. Let me see. I believe this is my video on the ram's horn snails that were floating on the hair algae. That was so funny. Looked like a magic carpet. Let me see if I can find that other video. I think these videos are sideways. I didn't convert them. Okay. I know y'all looking at me funny. That's still the same video. Alright. I'm still looking for my videos, because I really would like y'all to see the snake skins. Yeah, those need to be turned. I'll be back with y'all in a minute. I should have marked it. Well, I can't find it, so we'll just leave that up for right now, and you can watch my crazy snails. Okay, you know I'm far behind, so you moderators help out. Jim, next month's video will be your super awesome guppies. That's what Nisi says. Rob's Hicks says you have to call Guppy Train. Just watch a video with him. Yep. Shishimi says I'll be live. I'll be a live stream sometime. I did record the video when I bought it, but I'll have no time to edit it. So maybe. Oh, I understand. They will. They like swimming around my fingers. Okay, Abby, I got you. Your bettas, your beautiful bettas. Hope to see it soon, Shishimi, DBK says. Actually, let me call him right now. Be right back. Okay, Jim, see you in a few minutes. Mark's Art, Chaz, I am going to check all your tanks out and get mine on YouTube. Okay? Chaz, have you seen my ridiculously simple DIY live bearer fry trap video? I haven't even seen that. Pea Puffer love to eat those snails as long as you crush them before you feed it to him. Yep, DPK. Depends on the size and the type of your puffer. Sometimes you have to crush those snails up for them. Right, Guppy Train's on Facebook Racing Rob Hicks. Mark's Ark says, Chaz, show a video of the trap in action. Hey, Chris. Good to see you. Welcome, Chris. Hope you had a good day at work. Tammy Peterson. Hi, Susan from Canada. Hi, Tammy. Nice to have you with us tonight. And you're very welcome. Chaz says I need pregnant females for that. Yep, that's how I got started. I bought 3 pregnant females. And now every guppy I have are my own guppies. They're hybrids. And I'm working on 2 strains now, 3 strains. My tuxedo dragons. Let me see if I can find that video. This is my tuxedo uh, my tuxedo dragon, excuse me, and flametail. The guy in the middle with the swollen belly is the one he's my prettiest one to me, and he's the one that's got that swollen gut, and I've been treating him with antibiotics and dewormed him, and don't know if he's gonna make it or not. You have 3 generations of guppies now, started with a few, and then was given a bunch, and boom, baby central. Yes, I understand that. You'll see some fry down in here. I have 2 different fry. The females dropped them a week apart, and I have 2 in the tank that are heavy, and I hope that they drop me some fry. This is my other guy that I'm just calling him a tuxedo flametail. They both have a beautiful metallic head. Some of them, this one guy has red metallic head with some silver in him, and the other guy has more yellow. He looks more like a flame. So I'm excited about these guys. Hi, Aiden. Welcome to the stream. My name is Susan with SLC Aquatics here in Alabama. Racing says, I have to say I'm a sucker for a little southern accent. Well, I was going to ask you where you're from because I thought you had an accent. You remind me of my brother-in-law's brother who's been in the military, so he has so many accents. He has his original accent. Mark says, Chaz, I have a few pregnant females. More like a lot. Yes, Mark. Oh, is the Bachelor here too? Hey, the Bachelors. Good to see you. I just wanted to show you all my my dragon guppies, my tuxedo dragon guppies. Thank you, Chaz. You're getting inspired. Good. And that's one. I could look for another to show you some more. I'm pretty sure that these videos are sideways. Yep, that's sideways. Turn your head sideways and you can see my snake skins. I'm going to, I get so frustrated when I lose a video. It may not even be in here. It may be under my videos. No, it's in here. Y'all keep talking and meet each other and find out where everybody's from. You'll see some swimming around in this video of the snake skins, top swords. These are hybrid. The Endler is coming out in a lot of them. They are beautiful. I did not try to breed them. I started with a buttercup delta, and I don't know actually where it had to been a hidden gene in him, because I started getting all of these cobras and snake skins, and I did get a few tequila sunrises, but I only got like one yellow buttercup. I didn't keep him. I sent him back to the fish store. Okay, I'm behind. So Chaz Fish Channel says to Mark's Ark, can you upload a video of the trap on your channel, and I will place a link on my trap video to your video. The Bachelor says hello Mark and David's Fish Tanks. Rob Hicks Aquarium says I'll have to make a video of the few guppies I have right now. That would be nice. I'd love to see them. DBK says, hey Chaz, do those traps work good for MTS? You know you got to help me with these abbreviations. Aiden Southern Wedge of Indiana. Nice to meet you, Aiden. I'm from Alabama, Central Alabama. Chaz says a good idea. The Bachelor says thank you, Susan. Rob Hicks says not sure what I have right now. DBK says Mr. Hicks, that would be cool. I definitely will check it out. The Bachelor's Planet Aquarium says I'm from the Philippines. Wonderful. Nice to meet you again. And welcome. David's Fish Tank Susan, thanks for the live stream. You're very nice. You're welcome. Rob Hicks Aquariums, yeah, maybe someone could help me figure out what kind I have. Yep. And you know a lot of them are hybrids. DBK's Aquarium, what are MTS? Malaysian trumpet snails. Yes, thank you, Chaz. I should have known that. I don't have a Malaysian trumpet snail, but I did get a trumpet snail out of my creek. And I found out I should have quarantined them because they carry a lot of parasites. But I don't have a problem right now, so far. Multiple tank syndrome. See, Nisi? Yes, MTS. Multiple tank syndrome and Malaysian trumpet snails. Oh. David's Fish Tank says, I'm in Ontario too. Wonderful. There's a lot of wonderful people from Canada and the Philippines. And I think we've had some from many different states here in the United States. New York, Ohio, Washington, Illinois, Alabama, Florida, Sound Out, Hamilton, David's Fish Tanks. The Bachelor says, that's cool. I see videos in the Philippines, and they have some nice fish in the local waterfalls and creeks. Oh, can you catch them? You know, or is it against the law? Chaz says, I have to run. It's my mom's birthday, and we're going out for a meal. I don't want to miss a thing here. Well, it will be recorded, and you can watch it later, Chaz, okay? But thanks for dropping in. Have a wonderful birthday with Mom. Give her our wishes. Happy birthday to Chaz's mom. TPK says, Fish Aquariums. I agree. Tammy Peterson, Nova Scotia. Wonderful. Welcome. Chris, North Carolina. I'm sorry, Chris. Please forgive me. North Carolina. Chaz. Bye, everyone. Bye, Chaz. Come and see us another time. Okay, it's kicking on me here, the chat box. V-Stags in Pennsylvania. Okay. Abby is in Toronto. Oh, 2 to 3 hours away from Toronto. Nisi, Chris, I keep trying to catch MTS, but the mister has a limit on how many animals I can hoard before he gets annoyed. I forgot, Nisi, you and I are in the same boat. But I do have 9 tanks. I want a bigger one. Okay, The Bachelor, TPK, fish aquariums, and our food tastes also good. Yes, I know it. I love Philippine food. Don't know what it's called, but I'll eat it. Nisi, bye Chaz. Lynn Anderson, hi Lynn. Message retracted. Was it did Lynn retract their message, or did a moderator have to take it out? Chippewa Valley Aquatics, Wisconsin. Welcome. See, we're all around. Hiya, Lynn. Mark says, bye, Chaz. Chris says, laughing at Nisi. Yeah, Chris. Some of us girls still listen to our men. Lynn's from Arkansas. Mama V2. Hi, Sue. First time watching from Melbourne, Australia. Welcome, Mama V2. Very, very welcome. See, y'all guys? We're bringing them in tonight. Yeah, I'm supposed to be talking about invertebrates, but we've been sidetracked getting to know one another. And Lynn's from Arkansas. Welcome, Lynn. Rob Hicks. You have to help me, Rob. Agassiz, British Columbia. 5 minutes from Harrison Lake. I hope I did that name justice. Agassiz. But anyway, welcome, Rob, from British Columbia. I missed Abby's comment, David. DPK, Mama V2, welcome. Hi, all. Boy, my chat box is scrolling like crazy. Subbed and subscribed. Yes, subbed means subscribed. Retract is the poster pulling it. Retract is the poster pulling it. Help me, Racing. I don't know what you're saying now. I'm missing something. And you'll find out that a lot of things go right up over my head. I'm very simple. And I try to stay focused, but I do get sidetracked. Susan, how can you make a girl better, not so aggressive to one another? Sometimes you do have to remove them, Abby, and put them in a tank by themselves, and then maybe try to reintroduce her later. Was it that was your newest one? She may be an alpha female and have to start her own colony tank. Get more plants, get a larger tank where they can have more movement. Anybody else chime on in? Help Abby out with her female betta. Okay. Agassi. Thank you, Rob. Agassi. The Z is silent. Okay. Agassi, British Columbia. Thank you, Rob. Nisa, your profile is not a dog already. DPK, Fish Aquariums. Abby, you can always put in a time out breeding net till her aggression calms down. That's what I've done in the past. Yeah, I've kept them in a breeding net or a breeding cup. Retracted message means the original poster pulled the message, not a moderator pulling the message. Thanks, Nisi. Chris Gustin, if the message is retracted, then whoever wrote it pulled it back. Okay. Thank you, guys. Racing says, when you see a message retracted means the commentator pulled their comment, where a mod removes a comment shows deleted. Thanks, Racing. I got it. 3 is the charm. Abby, yes, the new one. So, Abby, I believe someone answered your question about putting them in a breeding net. DBK answered your question, Abby. Great. Y'all got it. Y'all caught up with each other. Okay, The Bachelor says, Nisi, I see lovely goldfish. DBK, hi, Lynn. All right, I'm at the bottom of the list. Did I miss anybody's question? Because according to my screen here, I'd like to get into the invertebrates and the benefits and drawbacks of keeping invertebrates. The main benefit of keeping invertebrates in your tank is that they will help you control the buildup of detritus. I can't say that right. Detritus, or fish poop. It's a term that refers to organic waste and uneaten fish food that builds up in your aquarium substrate, affecting the water quality of your tank. Invertebrates can often be referred by aquarium hobbyists as a sort of cleanup crew because they naturally feed on these materials, thus safely removing them from your tank. Another benefit of freshwater invertebrates is that many of them are quite colorful and can add to the overall appearance of your tank. And some lobsters, for example, come in bright blue colors, and some aquarium snails have shells that form a unique shape. Yeah, I have several ram's horn snails that have different shell patterns, stripes, and spots, and some of them are a golden color. One of the drawbacks to freshwater invertebrates is that some of them can be difficult to keep. Many invertebrates are sensitive to water quality and may not be able to tolerate medications like malachite green, and if you add them to your aquarium, those type of medications. In some cases, invertebrates are also likely to become aggressive. Yes, I've seen shrimp attack each other and prey on each other. This is especially likely in dirty tanks and in tanks where the invertebrates do not have access to an adequate food supply. And additionally, ornamental aquarium snails may damage live plants, so they should be used with caution in planted tanks. But it said some ornamental aquarium snails. I've not had any problems with my ram's horn snails or my bladder snails, and also I have a zebra nereid snail that she just keeps the tank clean. Yes, copper is bad. It will kill them. Chris says, I fear about the chlorine in the tap water. Was confirmed today. My son's tank completely crashed. No, Chris. I am so sorry to hear that. Is that the puffer and the bumblebee? I don't know what the bumblebee. Little bumblebee. Oh, that's, my heart's so heavy, Chris. I'm so sorry. Oh, that is so, that just breaks my heart. Is your son doing okay about it? Hmm. Okay, so the puffer and the bumblebees are okay. I can't remember what was in your son's tank. I'm sorry anyway. I hope his heart heals and that you can get him started again with a healthy setup, and that your water company's tap water straightens out soon. Thanks, Rob. 17 here. That's wonderful. That's the biggest number I've had. Racing. Oh yeah, when they flush the system, it pulls all the crap that sits in the dead spots and winds up in the normal flow. Oh, hallelujah. Everybody's reaching out to you, Chris, right now with sorries and heavy hearts and thanks, Short. I appreciate you. He's still confused about what happened. Well, I know, Chris, that you're going to know how to give him the time to think about it and to feel his sadness. And then, even though he may not understand all of the chemical makeup of the tap water that caused it, but hopefully you can get it started again soon. And, you know, we all go through this, especially, I think it's 2 times a year that our water companies do this water treatment. So I'm watching mine. We went through a terrible stage 4 drought this past spring and summer, and we were using water from outsources, and I didn't lose too many fish because I just started doubling all of my dechlorinator. But I wish him well, Chris, and I wish you well, because I know no matter if it being yours or your son's tank, it just weighs heavy on you. It was the only tank you weren't using RODI. Yep. Wow. My friend's selling 3 of her small crayfish for $21 for the 3. Should I get them? How big are your tanks, Abby? Oh, my chat box just rolled back up. Yes, different species, Tammy's, different species of snails require different pH perimeters, and I will refer everyone to L.R. Brett's. He is a shrimp breeder, and I believe there's some new people I've met. His name slips me right now. They just met together in Ohio. I'll put it in the description of this video later on. But it is true, different species of shrimp. I've only kept the ghost shrimp. I haven't done the cherry shrimp or the Amano shrimp or anything like that. Shishimi says, short fingers can't spell. Oh. Welcome back, Shishimi. Megan. Hi, Megan Gray. This is my first time here. I'm looking forward to it. Well, welcome, Megan. Everybody's introduced themselves and told us told each other what state we're from or what country we're from. And if you don't mind, tell us where you're from, Megan. I'm from Alabama. My eyes deceived me. Steamfod Aquatics is here. Yay! Hey, Bob. Welcome, Bob. I'm making you a moderator. Just because I can. Yeah, it's supposed to be on invertebrates, but we've gotten sidetracked like always. We've mentioned invertebrates. We're talking about different species of snails require different pH and water conditions, soft water. Some of them need soft water. Some of them need alkaline, hard water. Chris told us about his local tap water having high levels of chlorine, and his son's tank crashed and he lost everything. The warning came out yesterday, I believe, of high levels of chlorine, and yep, it took his son's tank out. So we're all grieving over that right now. Hope you've had a good day, Bob. Everybody, if you don't know Steamfod Aquatics, as Bob, here is your logo that I advertise every time I go live. And Shishimi and Corey at Aquarium Co-op. These are some guys that inspired me, and just want to give them some shout outs. Megan Gray, everybody's saying hi to you. Mark's Ark says hi, Bob. Abby says Megan Gray, hey, welcome. Nisi says be right back. Need to let the pupper out. Go right ahead. Go right ahead. No mistakes. No accidents. We don't want any problems. Mike and Meanies from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Welcome again. V-Stag. Hi, Megan Gray and Steamfod Aquatics. Mark's Ark. It would be so cool if we lived in the same town. Short says hi, Megan. Chris Guston says Philly in the house. Yep. Short says great advertising, Susan. Thanks. And Bob loves the wrench, y'all. Bob, I was over here on the internet and we were talking about snails. So, and the benefits of them. One of the drawbacks to freshwater invertebrates is that some of them can be difficult to keep. And as someone just stated, that they require certain pH levels. And sometimes you can't put them in with every kind of tank mate because they may become prey. Also, other types of invertebrates are lobsters. We also call crayfish. Freshwater aquarium lobsters come in a variety of colors ranging from dull brown to striking blue. Lobsters are peaceful creatures and do not typically bother fish, but I have seen them attack one another and kill one another. For this reason, it's recommended that lobsters be kept singly in tanks, no smaller than 20 gallons. So, Abby, if you're looking at 3 crayfish, I would not have them in the same tank together unless it's a really large aquarium of 75 gallons or more. These invertebrates are scavengers and they like to eat any food that sinks to the bottom of the tank. So therefore, you're going to have to bottom feed them in order to maintain their health. And however, their diet should be supplemented with sinking pellets and dried algae. Okay? I hope y'all enjoyed that little segment. Let me find my chat box again. Let me catch back up. Y'all been talking while I've been doing that. Okay, lots of names I've seen before. Nice to see you all. Mama V2 says. Short and Anxious wants to know, how are my guppies doing? I'm struggling in my tank right now with bloat on my prettiest male, so I don't know if he's going to make it. I've been deworming them and treating them with antibiotics. I've added Epsom salt into the tank, and I've fed him green peas. He did start, he did have a little bowel movement today, but it wasn't a large bowel movement. So I'm going to net him here this evening and feed him some more English peas and see if that helps. One of the females also was flashing against the airline tubing severely, so something's going on in the tank. I'm going to do a water change tomorrow, and I may have to put those two in quarantine. So my heart's heavy over that, but my other one, he's doing really good. Thanks for asking, Short. Getting the David today through feeling crappy. That's racing. Oh, getting through David. Huh? Maybe? Rob Hicks Aquariums had a great time in your live with racing. Hope you do it more often. Yes, we do. Megan Gray, thanks, David. I'm behind on my content. Like way behind. Racing, I am too. I haven't been able to edit my videos and get them up. So these live streams may become maybe once a week instead of 2 times a week. David, welcome. Mama V2 says, I've had a few problems with ram's horn. What are the ideal perimeters for them? Let me look that up. I'm at Aquarius Central. Don't know if that's going to help us or not. Considering the range they're willing to accept, doubt you find an exact ideal level. They like hard water and calcium. High all around works. They aren't really picky creatures otherwise. No need to worry about exact levels as long as you avoid dropping into the acidic ranges. Okay, I hope that answered your question there. If you're having problems with ram's horns, what kind of fish are you keeping in the tank? Are they becoming prey to those fish or other invertebrates in the tank? I've tried to add crushed coral to some tanks, but only recently. Okay. Anybody else chime in to help Mama V2 with her ram's horn snails? Short says, steam fight, you missed everything. Hee hee. No, you didn't. We've only been going for an hour, and basically we've been greet and meet, and we've spoken on a few snails and a few invertebrates. So chime in, Bob. Cuttlebones help too, Rob Hicks says. Yes, I saw a video the other day of a ram's horn surfing on a cuttlebone. That was hilarious. As you see in my video here, the snail is floating on some hair algae. Oh, I don't know if cuttlebones are salty. Are they, y'all? Short and anxious. Oh, you didn't miss my guilt trip. Hey, Angelo, welcome. Hi, David. Okay, you guys. Go right ahead. I'll be back. Watch my video. Okay, I'm back. Hope I didn't lose anybody. Alrighty. David says, Angelo, I lost my smallest severum and my cherry barb. Good thing my daughter didn't see it. She would have cried. I'm glad she didn't see it too, David, but I'm sorry for your loss. Angelo's asking how the tanks are doing, Chris. And hey, Bob, I haven't gotten a green screen yet so I can play with the videos behind me and disappear like you do. I'm going to get me one, though. Oh, everybody is chiming in and telling David how sorry that we are about the loss of his fish. That's just terrible. I've lost some females recently too, and I'm hoping that I don't lose my big boy. I'm hoping his stomach comes down. He might be constipated with some dead parasites, so I got to feed him some high fiber food. Nisi says Susan will be a floating head also. Yep, is that what you call Bob? A floating head? Angelo, hi. My tanks are I'm still having a problem in my tuxedo dragon. Everybody else is doing good. I diminished a lot of population last week. I took 50 more guppies to the local fish store, and so I left 2 females in my 5-gallon, and they decided to have fry for me. But I didn't breed them. They got pregnant by the juvenile males that were in the tank with them, so I didn't separate them fast enough, and I knew I was going to get rid of them, and somebody else might want to start the hobby like I did with 3 pregnant guppies, so that's how my hobby started. Short says, Susan, have you tried brine shrimp for your guppy male? I have not, because I haven't been to the store to buy any brine shrimp, and I've never hatched out brine shrimp, so I didn't know if I needed baby brine shrimp since they're guppies and they need something really small. So I'll take all of the advice I can get. Hello, hun.
Hi.
Appreciate it.
Yours don't come with nuts, does it?
I don't know. You can have them.
Okay.
My husband just brought me dinner. Thank you all. Okay, y'all can watch me eat. Just kidding. Thank you, hun. So how are you doing the web browser? It is, the web browser is window capture. And whatever your web browser is on, it comes in this little box right here. That's how I'm doing it. It's probably a cleaner way to do it, but I haven't figured it out yet. And then I can move my screens around and get rid of me and enlarge this and take this away, and you can really see my fish now. These are the ones that I didn't breed, but they're such a strong strain. These are little hybrids. Of course, that's some of my ram's horn snails right there playing on some silk hair algae. And anyway, I like OBS encoder. I think Bob and everybody else does too. I lost my screen. There it is. Let's see. Mr. Susan for SLC Aquatics. I missed something, Chris. Oh, Mr. Susan. Yes. I forgot there's a delay. Short, you're going to have to help me with the brine shrimp, okay? Angelo, nice, Susan. More guppies is always fun. Yeah, I have some fry in my tuxedo dragon. Let me see if I can find that video. I'll be right back. Y'all can still see my pretty face while I'm searching. Let's see what happens here. That's my goldfish. These are 10-gallon tanks. Let me get that screen out of the way. And these females are a mixture. As you can see, they're different tail patterns. And this plant that I just showed you, I got out of my creek, and I do believe it's a Luigia repens, but I could be wrong. And I put Aquarium Co-op's Easy Green in it. Got some dead leaves. That's what I'm showing you here. It's starting to melt a little bit. It's been in the tank 2 weeks now, but I've been putting, that's my marble sword, my queen sword, and that's the new growth, and it's grown an inch since I've been using Easy Green. That's the one last stem that was on it when I bought it, and this plant I've had for about 6 months. So this is all the new growth, but I didn't have any ferts on it, so that's what it's looking like since I've been putting Easy Green in there from Aquarium Co-op. And I think in this video I may go over to the other aquarium where my dragons are, but I'm not sure. So y'all forgive me, I know I'm way behind on this chat box again. Hi everybody I missed. Hi Bearded. David's aquarium says, Angelo, David Betancourt's aquarium says, Angelo, I'll be doing a video on the koi sometime this week, maybe Saturday. Chris says, I love how Nisi says hiya. Angelo, nice David, can't wait to see it. And David Short, I can't get away from all this upcoming work. All right, I know I missed some things. V-Stag says, hi, Bearded. Yeah, this is fun, Bob. You're not the only one who has problems with the chat box, believe me. So I'm going to try to find another video. A lot of these videos came in sideways, and I don't have a converter on this computer. This is still the goldfish tank. And I think this video takes you over to the other tank. I could,
temperature again, which
can y'all hear the
is
video?
probably about 75 degrees in this tank. And in the bag they were happy little campers wanting to be loosed again into the tank. And after 20 minutes I did bring them one at a time back into the tank, and as you can see, they are very happy. The guppies are not too happy. They get a little stressed with these big red fish swimming around, but this is just...
Angelo, I did see that beautiful betta you got. I want it. That half moon. How's he doing? I'm sure the video didn't do him justice. Nisi says, David, if you get bored with your project, you can visit me and help the mister get started on the roof. David says, short, never mind. House renovations when we buy our house. LOL. I know one of those, I believe Bob slipped out. Thanks, Bob, for coming for a little while. And Mama V2 slipped out. But anyway, glad to have everybody here that's still here. So the first hour's passed. I'm not going to do any more reading on the invertebrates. I am going to bring up this one thing though. Clams, freshwater clams. Have anybody used clams in their aquariums? Freshwater clams, an often overlooked freshwater invertebrate for the home aquarium, help to keep the aquarium water clean by filtering out detritus and uneaten fish food from the water column. These invertebrates may also help to lower nitrate levels. Clams typically like to bury themselves in substrate, so probably you would want sand. But if you watch closely, you may be able to see their siphon protruding from the substrate. While these invertebrates garner most of their required nutrients from the water itself, you can supplement their diet with quality invertebrate food. When housing clams in your aquarium, avoid using any copper-based medications because clams are unable to tolerate them and could die of exposure. So, yep, that's me. I'm going to take that out. And I'm going to, wow, sorry about that. I guess I'll enlarge my screen. Put this down here. And put me up here. Haha. There I am. I think I'll put this back up here. All right. If I made y'all dizzy? Let's see. David and Short are having their conversation about house renovations. And anybody else on invertebrates or clams? Angelo, how you been? Is Racing still here? Yep, Racing's here. Where did you say you were from, Racing? Rob? Short says, I love how Susan is reading these articles for us while we chat. I feel like I'm back in school. Ha ha. But this is a great way to learn about things without having to read myself. That's too funny, Short. That's how I learn. And even though a lot of y'all are more experienced Aquarius hobbyists than I am, I know that sometimes there are some new people who join us that not as experienced, and they may have some questions. So from time to time, that's how I'm going to do my live streams. And like Chris Guston and I did, we'll do interviews and get people's participation. I think it's cool. Appreciate the encouragement. I never thought about keeping clams, Rob. I think my fish would pick at them and eat them. But I don't have sand for my substrate either. And David says Short's battery is charged because she's still with us. New York, outside of Albany. Thanks, Racing. Rob, New York. Have you always lived in New York? Angelo, looks like I'm having fun with this. Yeah, I can switch things around and make myself smaller and then disappear. Chris didn't want a large screen on him last night. He wanted to add the chat box. So if I go over here, I don't know how you added a chat box. How'd you add the chat box, Chris? No large screen for you. See, I've tried window capture. Aha, I got it. But I can't read it. That's too small. I got it. Oh, let's see. Short. David says short. Yeah, I need another spot for the koi tank. Chris says no large screen for me. Chris says you can pop out live chat, copy web address, and open browser source. I just minimized the YouTube screen, and then my live chat box became my Windows capture. That's what it did. Short says, Chris G, Susan is putting you on the spot, I think, LOL. Rob Hicks Aquariums, I like Bob's green screen. Yeah, that's what I'm going to work up, Rob. I have a couple screens over at where I work at, and I thought I'd bring one home and paint it green. Pop live chat back in. Yeah, I just used my window capture and minimized YouTube browser. That's how I did it. And I enlarged my OSB screen to full screen. Short says, hey, I got it. Oh, but now I can't read it. LOL. Stephanie Ball, hi. Welcome, Stephanie. Where are you from, Stephanie? I'm Susan from SLC Aquatics, and I live in Central Alabama. Angelo, hi, Stephanie. I'm covering up my address, aren't I? SLC Aquatics. Susan Core, email. If y'all want to email me, I'm score48@yahoo.com. Stephanie's in Texas. All right, Stephanie. Drats. Let's see, Stephanie, I'm going to check out your channel. Oh, it's going to change, y'all. Okay. I need to get rid of the cursor. Okay, that's better. Stephanie, I got done with my son Hayden's Cub Scout meeting. Yay! I'm glad you dropped in and joined us tonight. We were talking about invertebrates, and we've had a few bad news of some people losing some fish in tanks due to high levels of chlorine in their tap water, and sometimes age, sometimes water perimeters get off. Angelo says, how's the strain of guppies coming, Mark? I think Mark. He's got another project going. Yeah, that's okay, Stephanie. I still checked you out. I forgot to subscribe to you, but I will. Short and Anxious says hi, or laughing at Stephanie. Rob, Racing's Natural Aquariums, cool stuff. I was a den leader and a cub master back when. That is so cool. Small world. Mark's Ark. Angelo, I have an update video coming out tomorrow. Big change. I can't wait to see that, Mark. Angelo says, nice, Mark. I'll be looking for it. Stephanie says, oh, it's hard losing fish. It is. It's never fun. And but it is part of the hobby. Rob Hicks Aquariums. Nice Dano on your channel, Stephanie. Stephanie says, racing. He's a bobcat, so still has a way to go. Stephanie Ball, not bobcat, tiger. David says, hey, Stephanie. Stephanie says, hey, David. Racing's Natural Aquariums. Oh, yeah, 8 years old. David's Fish Tanks. Stephanie Ball, nice tank you have. I subbed you up. Stephanie says, thanks, Rob. Angelo, how's the Pacos doing, David? Ooh, sorry. Watch this. Now we can see who all's here. We got Angelo, Chris, David, David's Fish Tanks, Mark's Art, Nisi, Racing's Natural Aquariums, Rob Hicks, Short and Anxious, Stephanie Ball, Susan, Tammy Peterson, and V-Stag. See, I can spy on you all. Now everybody can see everybody. Isn't that cool? I'm going to go over here to Stephanie, and I'm going to sub her. Stephanie, I already do subscribe to you. Isn't that cool? Hey, Shishimi, welcome back. You don't see your name. Let me see. There you are. See, right there. Unless you're hidden. I'm a ghost. It'll come up. Bob stopped in for a little while. Mark's Ark says, Susan, I looked for my panda cories today and saw 2 panda fry about a 1/4 inch. Oh, I love it. I found 2 more peppered cory cat juveniles. They're about a 1/2 inch long in my top 20 gallon, and then also in my bottom 20 gallon. I have one down there, but she had laid a bunch of eggs on the glass, and I took a picture of it. And then 4 days later, there wasn't any eggs, so I don't know if I'm going to get any from that batch or not. Let me see if I can add an image. Wow, that took over the whole screen. That wasn't supposed to happen. Y'all laughing at me? This is that plant that I got out of my creek. And I did a bleach dip on it and separated it and went through the roots and underneath the back of the leaves really good. And it's already grown 2 inches. Mark, I always get excited when my cory cats have babies. This is my shrimp tub. I don't know if y'all can see it or not. There's a lot of shrimp in there. This is my algae tub. It has good green algae in it. You can see the ghost shrimp in there. There's one. There's one with eggs. There's one on the Java moss. Boy, that algae's bad. That's my small 5-gallon little tank that sits beside me. I'm going to have to pull up my chat box. Okay, retracted means Nisi took it out. Okay. Planning to have a nearite for my beta tank. Yes, the Bachelor, that would be nice. My son-in-law gave me the 5-gallon Fluval V, tank, and it's a planted tank with driftwood in it, and it had a betta, it had a neurate snail, and an autocinklus. So everything but the snail passed away. Sashimi's a ghost. That is so cute. David's got daddy duty. He's back. Welcome back. Angelo says, I'm thinking the same, to Bachelor. Yeah, those neurite snails are beautiful. I have one in my tank downstairs. Mark says that plant looks awesome. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Angelo. David says Nisi pulled pork with steamed broccoli smothered in garlic butter and a healthy salad. Woo, David, you're making me hungry. Racing's Natural Aquariums, pulled pork, corn on the cob, coleslaw, baked beans. Man, I'm missing it. I have a salad here that is from Wendy's, and I forgot what it was. Oh, it's the Mediterranean, the Power Mediterranean salad from Wendy's with no chicken. Ooh, let's see. David, it was good for the most part. Work is getting kind of tricky. How was yours? David, Stephanie, quite busy. Cooked for over 200 strangers today. Stephanie, David is a chef, and he has a video that you need to check it out. Nisi, oh, great ideas. Broccoli, slaw, and baked beans. Mark's Ark, Susan, have you ever pulled a dead snail out of the tank? They smell awful. Yes, they smell awful, Mark. And actually, when I'm culling my snails, I leave them in a container with no water, which is kind of cruel. And when they all start smelling, I put the lid on and throw the container away. But I don't do that often. I haven't culled any snails in a long time, and I'm supposed to cull some and give them to Chris. Chris slipped out on me. Did Chris say bye, y'all? Hello, the nerdy fish. Welcome. What's up, everybody? We are talking about food right now, but we were talking about invertebrates. You see the little fry in my tank? Yeah, my office is a mess, y'all. Don't look at the box over there in the corner. Chris playing with OBS. Okay. Welcome back. Because it said you weren't here. But welcome back. Rob Hicks says, maybe I'll make a video next time so you can see how they looked at me. Yeah, I chopped my head off. I'm having fun switching videos. So, gonna have to switch it anyway. This video is when my goldfish, I brought them home and stuck them in this 5-gallon tank with some guppies. The glare is real bad. I'm sorry about that. And that's one of my cobra snakeskins or cobra grass males at the top. Yeah, I'm going to switch that back. Everybody's talking about food right now. Sorry about that, guys. Yummy garlic. Okay, this video is a picture of the problem fish with the bloat, and Short told me about feeding him some brine shrimp. I'm going to net him so I can feed him separately from the other fish. You see the fry swimming around him? That's my babies. But I really do think that he had some intestinal parasites that died, and it made him constipated, which gives him that swollen belly. And I've dewormed this tank. And today was the second antibiotic treatment. I use EM erythromycin by API, and I fed him some peas last night, and he had a small bowel movement today. So I'm going to, and I put Epsom salts in the tank. But usually when they get to this stage, they can live a long time like this, but he's not going to breed. He's not breeding. Okay, nerdy fish, thanks. I'll have to get some, will frozen brine shrimp do all right? I also have some frozen bloodworms. Hi, Patty, welcome. We're talking about my tuxedo dragon guppy that has the bloat right now. David, you need to do a live stream one night and give us a cooking session. Give us some pointers. Welcome, Patty. I'm from Central Birmingham. I'm Susan, and everybody's kind of told where they're from. We got some from Texas, some from New York, some from Pennsylvania, some from North Carolina, some from British Columbia, some from the Philippines, some from did I say Texas? In California, and uh, Arkansas, and Washington, and Ohio. Nerdy Fish is from Massachusetts. Patty's from Ontario, Canada. Wonderful. Abby's from Canada. Mark's from Canada. Canada's in the house. Patty, what's my favorite substrate? Well, my favorite and only substrate in 9 tanks is pebbles or gravel, small gravel. I have different colors. Most of mine are earth, natural color. I do have one tank that has a black substrate. Excuse me. I want to use Eco Complete for my planted tanks. Most of my tanks are planted. So when I get the money, I'm going to start putting some of that in some of my tanks and see how it does. David's Florida. Oh, I forgot David's from Florida. So is Big J. Patty's from Nova Scotia. Rob, it's all good. I'm laughing hard, David said. Canadian squad. Yes, Abby, the Canadian squad is here again. Stephanie says, what part of Florida, David? Orlando. Beautiful Orlando. Big J is in Pensacola, Florida. Okay. Everybody's seen my dragon and his problems, so say a prayer for him and hope I can get it done right. Oh, this is the video of him in the net last night. I put him in the net and I was feeding him some English peas. Isn't he pretty? He's not as bloated as I've seen some of them. See, I'm finding some of my videos. Alrighty. These are my 20-gallon tanks downstairs. This is my yellow Cobra Delta tanks. I don't know what I'm doing in this video. Showing my guppy flakes. Green beans might work too, Tammy. Thank you. Tammy, are you in a group on Facebook? Patty, thank you for the compliment on my tanks. This is feeding time. Oh, I guess I was showing. You see, if I've got neon tetras in there too. They need to be in the other tank where the driftwood is, because it brings the pH down a little bit. And as you can see, Chris, all of the snails that I have for you. Chris, Mass Aquarium. I'm on my way. My figure 8 will love you forever. Thanks, Chris. Yeah, you see those little bladder snails? I don't know why I have to show myself feeding the fish. It's like nobody knows how to feed their fish. That was so funny. This is my 3/4 black turquoise tank. And I got a problem in that tank too. This one female with the black tail, she's got the bloat. So at one time, all of these females were in one tank and all these males were in one tank. So I didn't get all the parasite out of them back in the summer. Tammy, no, Susan, this computer stuff is all new to us, but we have been keeping fish quite a while. Wonderful, Tammy. I'm glad you're here tonight. I got to check out your channel, wherever Tammy is. Tammy, Tammy, Tammy. Tammy Peterson. I just subscribed. Short's gonna leave? You'll be back soon? Okay. I'll try to stay here. You know the salad's in front of me and I haven't been able to eat it. It's going on 8 o'clock here. Patty said, I just picked up some Sinocats and Super Delta female betas. I don't know what a Sinocat is. I'm going to look it up. Sinodontis, African companion fish for your cichlid aquarium. Awesome. They're beautiful. They look like leopards. I should have shown it. I'm sorry. Let me look it up again. Haha. Y'all see that? Now that's a pretty, Patty, that's a pretty catfish. Sinocats and Super Delta female betas. They say that the Sinocats are great for a cichlid tank too. Yeah, all them snails, Chris. These are my cobras. And that is a tequila sunrise female. There's a good ram's horn snail on the screen, on the glass. Neon tetras. There's some females that have not had me any babies yet. And bladder snails, guppy grass. This is an Anubias nana. Nana. That's one of my green cobra deltas. Down here are my 3/4 black turquoise delta guppy. I'll leave that up there. That's 2 strains that I'm keeping and raising. Mama V, welcome back. 3 tanks, water changed, 4 more to go. But it's getting very warm. We're expecting 31C. 31C would be 80 something. 628, 30, about 81 degrees. What happened, Nerdy? I missed something. I'm in Springfield, Mass, next to Connecticut. Some decent ones near me. The best ones closed, though. Oh, y'all talking about fish places? You know I'm behind again. When I find out When I have to go, I will start researching. Okay, Tammy, no, Susan, this computer stuff's new. Rob, Patty just picked up some. Okay, Short, I gotta go. Be back. Love the Mask Boys. Stephanie Ball, bye, Short. Angela, Mama V's back. Racing says that sucks, nerdy. Racing, see ya. More FaceTime, Short. Tammy Peterson, we got no videos yet, but we will have some soon. Great, Tammy. Yep, if we can do this, you can do this. Rob Hicks, can't wait till they have a Canada aquarium box. That would be cool, Rob. I know they're working on it. Boy. Abby says, Susan, you can eat on stream. It's okay. No, I'll drink. I won't eat. Patty says, hybrid catfish sometimes swim upside down. Oh, man. Those are cool. Angelo, nice, Tammy. I'll sub when you do. Stephanie Ball, oh, that's sad that they don't, Rob. Yeah, not yet, Stephanie. They're working on it. Rob Hicks Aquariums, they have one. They do? Okay, need to check it out. Racing's Natural Aquariums. I subbed you anyway, Tam, so I will be ready when you post. Okay, Patty Norvine says about 100 different types. Wow. Not the last time I looked. Mama V, pretty. Do they get big? You know, I need to see if they do. Let's go to the website. Let's see. Well, it doesn't give me any information. Let's see. It says they get to be under 12 inches, okay? Mama V, they get about under 12 inches. Tammy, thank you, everyone. Abby, Robbie Hicks Aquariums, when did you look? You're going to be her first sub racing. Yeah, me. Yay, me racing. Patty, mine are more puzzle looking. I have a 75-gallon rainbow community tank. Awesome. Awesome, Patty. Rob Hicks says, I think a week ago. Mark's Ark. Rob Hicks, did you ever see the Fish Room online store in Canada? We had a surprise boxes. I got one for $20. It was awesome, but he quit listing them. Wow. My puffer just said yum, Chris. It's 7:53. Racing's Natural Aquariums, two first, yours and now hers. Chris, I'm gonna have to get some bags, and I don't think I need a heat pack when it starts warming up, but if it's still cold, I will definitely get a heat pack, and I'll put some. Let's see, what kind of plant did you want? Did you want some of the hornswort or the guppy grass? Because I'll put that in the bag with the snails. Angelo, you can order the box, Rob, and get it shipped to you by my U.S. address, or pick it up at the border. LOL. Mark's Ark, are they? They are poop heads for that then. Abby. Keep it G-rated racing. Missed something. The Nerdy Fish. Thursday, my big ear platinum mosaic guppies come in. Oh, maybe I'll do an unboxing video. Please, the Nerdy Fish, please do an unboxing. The big ear platinum mosaic guppies. They have got to be awesome fish. Patty Norvine, I miss my guppies, but what do you do with all the babies? LOL. Well, my babies grow up into big guppies. And I have a local fish store here in Alabama that when I get about 50 to 100 guppies, I end up taking them to him. I do my culls. I keep the ones that I want to keep out. I keep the best females and I keep the best males. And sometimes I'll see something that is unusual and I'll try to get it to breed true. That's what I do with all my babies. I get more tanks. Racing, thanks. I appreciate the compliment on my tanks and fish. I do guppies, koi cats, neon tetras. I have one otto, one nerite snail, and I have 4 beautiful goldfish that are growing like crazy, growing like weeds. Racing, Sino can be aggressive. A guy sold me his koi as it was attacking them. It says on the website, Rob, that the that type of catfish is good for cichlid tanks. That's what it said. It said it's the best companion for a cichlid tank. Tammy Peterson says, thanks, Mark. Keeping it G like a G, LOL. 87.8. Wow. That's what 31C is. That's, I guess yeah. No one here will judge. 4 to 6 inches depends, Patty. Okay. The website said under 12 inches. But like you said, there's so many different species. David, I'm back on deck. Welcome back, David. Angelo, thanks, Mark. Stephanie, welcome back. Racing, welcome back. David, thank you guys. Glad to be back. Abby says, Susan, let me catch it. I separated one of my female betas. Should I get her in the tank again? Put her in the tank again. You don't want to keep switching her back and forth very often. You want her to get established someplace. And even though, if you have a breeder net, you can put her in that for a little while and see how she reacts. If she still acts aggressive in that, I would eventually put her in her own tank, okay? That's what I would do. Was it hornswort that can handle brackish? Yes, Chris. So I think I'll put some hornswort in the bag with the snails. I'll get you different sizes. I'll get them as small as I can on the bladder snails and some of the ram's horn that are pretty small. Because I'm excited to see him start eating some snails. The Bachelor's Planet Aquarium. I don't use any heater in my aquariums before the weather here is hot. It maintains from 72 to 79 degrees. When the winter comes, especially in December to February, it only reaches 83 degrees. Is that okay? I forget what kind of fish you're keeping, The Bachelor. That's why I don't have any heaters. Yeah, to me, that's a natural ranges for most tropical fish. So if you don't need a heater, you don't need a heater. Rob Hicks, I'm working on getting a U.S. Post box. Okay, cool, Rob. The Bachelor says, because. I got you. Chris says, if it works for you, Debauch, then go for it. Yep. David, Debauch, I use heaters here in Florida, but only because of AC. Okay. The Bachelor's Planet Aquarium, we don't have AC, that is why. Okay, David says, that's rough. Yep, Angelo, it's been fun, Susan. Have a good night, everyone. Thanks, Angelo. Have a good night. Thanks for coming by. Check out the video later. The Bachelor says we only have a fan at David Betancourt's Aquariums. The Bachelor, we are spoiled, those of us that have AC. I remember I didn't always have an air conditioning or central air in my home, but now I do, and it spoils us. Mama V says good night, Angelo. Night, Angelo. Racing, Jet, The Bachelor. But in my sister's room, she has AC. Stephanie, good night, Racing. Wet. Bye, Racing. Mark's Art. Patty, thanks. I subscribe to you. Racing. Well, guys, I'm getting ready to sign off for tonight. I've been on for 2 hours, and I'm getting tired and hungry. I'm going to eat this salad. I appreciate everyone coming by, and I hope you all have had a good time. I've met some wonderful new people tonight, and catch me the next time. If I have a few moments, I will stream again on Thursday night, but I'll probably just have open discussion. Appreciate you guys so much, and hope you all have a good night. This is Susan at SLC Aquatics signing off for tonight and telling everybody happy fish keeping and fish on.